can you speak to the top hand a little bit? Because
yeah, sure thing.
Like I was told it was never supposed to go across.
Well, that's not right. Okay, that's what exactly. And again, I wouldn't say it's not right. I'll take that back. It was just no one understood or wasn't communicated to the person that was told that. They just assumed not, because there was a time, and there was a long, and it lasted for a long time. Can I see your paddle? Because the paddlers who were surf ski paddlers who moved really, really good on the water because they knew how to control their bodies, they moved well on the water, and they moved well on the big traditional boats. And so everybody thought, okay, let's just do what they do. What they do, they come in, they stab the water, right? They come up. So they come up, they actually stab. Actually, that's a little bit too much. So notice how my wrist in the stroke, in the draw, is really tight, right? And so what happens is we try to incorporate that same stroke, but we cut half the paddle in half. And now we're just doing this.
Hey, Red, is this an elliptical that you're doing?
Yes. Yes. Or cyclic. It's very cyclical, but yes, elliptical, cyclical, right? So how do we get to here? Okay, put your thumb here. Put your thumb here. Make sure you got your thumb. And it's the handle. And then just do this real quick. Just kind of turn it, just turn it. Okay, now grab your paddle. Come here. And then scratch your wrist and watch your top hand. Let your top, okay? So here, and then we're gonna come here. So we're just turning in. It's just not picking up. So here, just pick up. Use this, right? Use this. Okay, now we're gonna come up, and then as we pick up, our wrists. So remember, both wrists pick up. So we're here, and then we're gonna bring our elbows in. So let your top elbow break in towards you. That's your bottom elbow. Yeah. So when you pick up, come back here. Top elbow breaks as you pick up. There you go. Good. Come back here. Pick up. Use your wrist. So you're using this. So this is here. Yep. So as you pick up, you're bringing it in like this. And look at how when I do that, where's the shaft? Where's the paddle shaft? How the paddle shaft is at in the air, right? Now we set. There you go. Good. Okay. Does that help?
Yeah. I just gotta get in the water.
Right, and then again, so we're gonna go by the numbers, going really slow. So the thing is, we gotta go wrist, elbow, body. And then as we go body, as we go our throwaways body, we're catching our weight. Notice how there's no chicken arm. I'm going out, and I'm literally, if I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna catch myself. That's how I just caught my weight. Right? That's what we're doing when we paddle, right? If I was to do, I'm not gonna do it on my knees. If I was gonna do this, right? Now I just put a lot of strain on one shoulder, and this is like kind of nothing, right? Everything just went on. Whoever has the problems on one side, raise your hand. Yeah, I think we all have one. We all have that one problematic side, right? Mine is the left side, right? And that's because, again, we're not trying to be equal, right? So the idea is, we're using the paddle to catch our what? Weight. And then what we're gonna do is, once we catch our weight, we're bringing the weight back up into our bodies, right? Exercising what? Exercising what control?
Body control.
Body control, torso control, right? We're bringing it back, and then we're coming out. So I want for everybody, go ahead. If you wanna hold on your paddles, you can, but for now, we're gonna just do this exercise. Everyone's holding their paddles. It's a breathing exercise. You're just gonna pick up, you're gonna breathe in through your nose, and then you're gonna hold your breath, you're gonna come back in, holding your breath, and then you're gonna exhale. Right? Make sure you're getting that top arm out. So what I'm saying is, not just everybody, I'm saying this. So I wanna make the point, we're not pulling with our arms. We're pulling with our what? Bodies, right? We're pulling our bodies, and what our hands are just gonna follow through. Okay? I know it's easier said than done. So go ahead and work that breathing drill. Now we can't do that for every stroke because you're gonna pass out. But I just want to bring the point up again. As I'm in the ball, I'm coming up. Coming up and breathing in. I'm still holding my breath, and then I'm exhaling. So on the eccentric, it's gonna. Well, on the concentric, I'm breathing in. So actually, constant. I'm sorry. Yeah, breathing in, and then eccentric. I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Notice how what's happening is I'm not letting my bottom hand get ahead of me. I'm not letting myself, so I'm seeing it in the land. If you're already kind of pay mind to where you keep doing it, everybody keep doing it on your own. As you're doing it, and I want you to pay attention. I'm gonna call you out, but I don't want you to think I'm calling you out. I want you to think, okay, when I go out, is my arms straight? Before I bring my both arms straight, am I bringing the paddle back to me? Is anything broken? Am I picking up with my wrist? Am I having all 4 fingers on the paddle? This is nonsense. We don't need that. All 4 fingers need to be on the paddle. Yeah.
The thumb does not have to be behind, right?
No, it does not. But you want all 4 fingers.
Good.
Yeah.
If you're left or right-handed, does that have anything?
It can, just like writing. It's just like writing with your left or right hand. So you just have to put more thought into your motions, right?
My right seems to be better.
Right. Right. So continue on working the drill, so that way you know. Feel free to switch sides. I want everybody to kind of self-analyze. What is it that you're doing with your hands? What is it that you're doing with your body? What is it that you're doing with your breathing? Is everything just collapsing, right? Say, that's, whoa, dude.
Bring it up.
That's where you're going to have shoulder problems, brother. Coming up. Yep. You don't got long arms. You don't need it. You don't need it. You got it. Look at your arms. Put your arms down. Just put down. Straight arm. Put down. No, just arm to arm. Arm to arm. You're on this arm. Look how much reach you already got, right? You don't need this. All you need is just put your blade in the water. Okay, let's see it. Put the blade in the water. Putting the blade in the water. Using this hand. And I want you to put that blade here and just there. That's it. That's all you got to do. See how much? I know you're thinking it's the men mountain.
On land, it's a
Right. So here, right? No, because what you're doing here on land, you're going to do it on the water.
It's going to fall forward.
Yeah. Yep. And then when you're here, now I want you to hinge forward. Yep. And then just sit back. This reach. Now hinge forward, and then steady. There you go. So you're just hinging and then coming up. Ah. I'm gonna put this so that way you can know this. Look at me. See that? That's where the stroke needs to go. Now do what you were doing before. Now look at me. See where the elbow's at. That's bad news. That's gonna give you shoulder problems, boss. That's gonna hurt your shoulder. Anyway, so yeah.
Okay. When you're doing this, what point do you come across straight from here? Do you come up?
So you come up here.
Yeah.
Pick up. You just pick up. Here. No. Just pick up. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, right across. Just underneath your chest.
Yeah, because I saw you at one point you were up here now.
Well, that's just basically here. Okay. And then here, make sure your thumb is in control. So put your thumb like, imagine you're like, it's gonna, yeah.
Yes. I always,
Yeah, so here, but I want you to, I know you always do, that's why I want you to do something different.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Here, imagine like, you're like, you're picking up, and now you're going forward. Okay, so here, this wanted to go first. Don't let it.
Right.
Here, so here, throw your body forward, and then, no, just, and then sit back. Sit down, just bring it, yeah, bring back. Back. Now I'm going to bring it out, and then just let that, see, come back, here, pick up. See, don't bring it into you, just pick it up. You can just pick it up.
Right.
That's all you got, all you're doing. Yeah.
Anyway, like you said, in the water.
No, what you guys are doing on the land, I'm going to tell you this right now. I've heard I deal with adults all the time. You're doing it on land, you're doing it on the water. Okay? You're doing it on land, if it's wrong, you're doing it on the water. And that's okay. Because you want to know what it is that your deficiencies are so you could address them, right? So come up here, and then reset, control, here. And of course, it's no one's fault that's the case, because why? We learn on the water, it's like learning how to walk on the water, right? So it's we have to take a more remedial approach. Okay, so we'll work on it. And then you obviously have something tactile to work against the paddle. So there's some truth to that. But again, notice what you're doing. Bill, your top arm's chicken winging again. Right? So muscle memory, ladies and gents, is what we have to work against. We've got to create muscle intelligence. What I got to say here is right now, allow yourself to be taught. Don't use your personal biases of what you think is right to prevent you from learning something new. I'm going to tell you, whatever you learned was right already. It was absolutely correct. I'm teaching you something else that's going to help put on another tool in the tool bag. That's going to help you be more efficient and more effective on the water. So don't try to think about, like, if you can, do your best to not be all, well, this is what we've been taught before. Okay. But that's not what's being taught today. And what you were taught before was not wrong. Because I was probably the one who taught it before.
As you move forward, keep the plate close to the boat. What you're saying is different, right? Because you're coming out here.
So
right?
yes. So what you're here is you're picking up.
Yeah.
So what you're doing. So let's not worry about those semantics.
Okay.
Worry about what it is that you're doing. What are we effectively trying to do as we're throwing ourselves forward, right? So if you come here, look at that. Here, here versus,
Yeah, got it.
right?
Yep.
So what we're doing is we're trying to just pick up my weight and throw it. But I gotta catch it before right? That's what if that happens, that means the boat went down. We're picking up, and we're throwing it, bringing it back in. Oh, see, that is essentially what paddling is coming up. Now if I try to do the old way, hey. Then you get the bob. Then you get the slap, right? So I want to have access control. Bring it up, right? You got that on video?
Everything.
All right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Obviously, these are all new things. Don't get caught up with what you were taught before. Use what you were taught before as a foundation to build on what you're being taught today. Okay? But allow yourself to self-analyze, self-assess. Am I picking up my wrist? Am I picking up the shaft? Where is the shaft at? We're going to do things nice and slow so you get the chance to kind of mentally incorporate these things. And then as I get out, am I getting all 4 fingers on the paddle? Is my pinky's out? If my top elbow is broken? These are things that you have to self-analyze. Paddling is a very introspective sport. You have to think about what it is that you're doing in your space first before you can think about what anyone else in the boat is doing. Because who's been that person? I have. And you said, come on, more power, let's go. Well, that means I'm not focusing on my seat. I'm not focusing on what I could do. And I'm being, in a sense, as it was said earlier, selfish because I want people to carry me. Because I'm tired. Whew. I need to get back into shape. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get on the water. All right.